and I don't know. So Jesus77, and for quarantining 14 days, and this is the charter school. Where is it located? She get it done. Listen, for anyone that's on here, please do join the workplace justice community. The link is in the bio. If you're an advocate, if you're experiencing difficulty and you want to have a community in which you're going to talk about these things that matter to you and you want to discuss it in a community fashion where there's no judgment, it's a completely safe environment, I invite every single one of you to join it. I want you to have these conversations. Listen, Job Dr. Tessa, listen, you're more than welcome to join in. I'd love for you to come in. I think that this is helpful to people to know exactly how to navigate through these very challenging times as well within the workplace, and how we can effectively work together to make it a better workplace in general, right? Overall throughout the country. Like, a better society, I think, is very directly correlated with how good a work environment our country enforces and holds accountable, like, employers to. Like, for instance, the more accountability that exists within employment, the better the work environment is, the more happier people are. When they're happier, just like the misery from unhappy workplaces that trickles down into hurting people, their families, and their communities, equally happy workplaces have the exact opposite effect of making our society a much more happier one. And I think it's so important that there is much more fulfillment for people living their life. Like, we shouldn't be having to fight for happiness. Happiness should be a bare minimum standard for everyone's existence. Why do we have to live in misery? Yes, there's plenty of suffering that goes on in terms of life in general, just in terms of living an ordinary, average life. But our government, our structures, our institutions should be making it easier for us rather than making it worse. And that's what I think. Can I take legal action against an employer that belittles and degrades? Absolutely. It depends on what the motivation is, Zainab. It really comes down to what exactly is the motivation behind that employer's behavior. Why are they belittling you? Why are they degrading you? What is motivating that type of behavior? Race, religion, national origin, gender, disability, sexual orientation, whatever it may be. You want to make sure that you document a complaint, specify the type of discrimination you're experiencing, provide examples within your email. Remember, email, you have a record of it, keep a copy of it, and that's the way to go about it. I don't care which state you're in, but that applies everywhere. The way you document, the way that you complain, it's protected under the law, under federal statutes, and I want you to make sure that you know that. That's what I want you to do, all right? Don't allow any employer, anyone, to ever belittle you or degrade you. M. Morales 517. Okay, thanks. Welcome. Perfect. Amir's one. How many languages do you speak? I mean, I don't consider Spanish being a language that I can speak. Although I have tried. I need to get back into it. I really want to. I have so many things that I want to do, right? Spanish is one of those languages that's like up in my priority list. Like, I want to make sure that I do this. I love the culture. I love the people. I love the language. I like people in general. Like, I love people, even the ones that are not so lovable. I see past a lot of things. I understand. I try to, like, always give perspective, give people a chance. So, I can only do it to a certain extent. I can't do it all the time, but I do it majority of the time. Yeah, listen, it's amazing to vent. Say, how many do you speak? No, I don't speak Arabic. I tried to learn Arabic, but I tried for a little bit, but I found it very hard. Very hard. Jesus. Okay. Well, Jesus, it's considered illegal to be retaliated against on the basis of taking any form of sick leave, quarantine leave. If you believe that you're being retaliated against due to New York's quarantine leave law, you want to make sure that you complain about that in writing, and you can actually make a complaint to the Department of Labor, the New York State Department of Labor. for fun? What excites you? Ooh, that's a deep question. What do I do for fun? I do this for fun. I enjoy talking about these things that matter to me. I'm generally, I don't know if you can gather that, but I really love like talking about these things that I feel like I'm trying to like, I feel like I'm doing something that's very constructive and progressive with my life. I feel excited about doing it. I enjoy it. I live it. I breathe it. I talk to people about it. I have something to contribute. I have something to receive. It's it's something that I am very grateful to have been able to find because I think everyone is entitled to find what they love and love doing. I mean, listen, I enjoy playing sports. I play tennis. I play a lot of physical things. I like traveling. I can't travel nowadays, but I would be like, hanging out by a beach somewhere and just like enjoying nature. I love music. I love playing tennis on occasion. Um, I like hanging out with friends. But now I've become a little bit different when it comes to hanging out with friends. I'll be honest with you, I don't hang out with a lot of people that I used to hang out with. I only hang out with a very few select friends, and I'm very moody about it because I don't like to alter my mindset. I know it's stupid, but my mind is something that I want to always nurture for the positive. I don't like to like put myself in a position where I feel like there's negativity around me. If I ever notice anybody is, kind of ruining a mood, or if it's something that I feel like their energy's not right, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to be in a position where I want to put myself in that position. So, you know what? I spend time with myself. I spend time with my family. I spend time with my daughter, my wife. I feel good about that. I enjoy that. I nurture that, and I love what I do for a living. So I'm happy. I'm very happy with everything that I'm going through. Even listen, it's a very challenging time. Don't get me wrong. Financially, fucking tough. Very difficult overall. But if I didn't love what I was doing, trust me, I would be like this is fucked up. So it usually takes a level of craziness to really be involved in a passion. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen, she gets it done. I know that you enjoy it. I can see it in your eyes. I know that when I saw your videos and I saw what you were doing, you're advocating, and in that process, you're speaking up about something that's so important to so many people that will gain. You're like spreading love. That's what it is. I mean, the more that you spread understanding about something, you're spreading love. You're spreading happiness to people that will get value from what you're doing, that they will see things in a different way, that they'll benefit from it. I think that that has immense value, and it's something that people should appreciate. And even if they don't appreciate it, you still do it because you love what you're doing, right? I do this. I mean, right now we're blessed with so many people that are following this account and following me, and but I never started doing this for the followers. I've been practicing law for over a decade now. Um, I'm doing this because I want people to know how they can advocate for themselves, how they can protect themselves, how they can live a good life, because there's too many people out there that are really not happy. And it's really difficult to see people live in miserable situations where they're feeling the challenges of things that they shouldn't have to feel. Life in itself is ordinarily a process of suffering, right? There are going to be events in our life that are going to be hurtful, painful, difficult to overcome. That's just the nature of existence. But it just doesn't have to be worse as a result of your workplace. It shouldn't be worse as a result of any institution that exists that is meant to protect you, serve you, and give to you, which is ultimately the laws and the government for people. That's the thing. So my work, our collective goal of advocating is to make sure that we hold our government accountable, our leaders, our so-called leaders accountable, so that way corporations don't continue to exploit the shit out of us and take away our lives, because that's what they do. And I don't want that to be the case for people. I don't want that to be the case. I don't want people to chase money. I think that we need to chase happiness. We need to chase the things that matter for people, which is to make a better society for us all, a healthy one. So those are my beliefs. Thank you, Amir's one. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm glad that I'm doing this, and I know that it's very much needed. How to do it has been a journey. I've been doing it, and I'm glad that it's kind of making some impact and it's providing value to people. I don't think it's easy because it's a very difficult topic. It's a very personal topic. It's a very emotionally draining topic. It's not that entertaining of a topic, but I try to do the best in doing justice towards making sure that people are enjoying it and learning from it and learning how to empower themselves in advocating for others. Because once you know the law, once you know how to protect yourself, please make sure it spreads to others too. Don't keep information just to yourself. Spread it along the way, because that's what's going to change our country and our society as a whole. What if the EEOC or Labor Department cannot assist? I don't know what your original question was, Nikis. Let me go look up. I'm looking. Oh man, I'm sorry. I have lost you from the top, so it's really far up, pretty way up. I didn't realize we went that far, but Nakis, Amira, Corey, feel free to ask me that question again. I don't know what the original question was, but if you can send me that question again, I'll be happy to answer it. Me either, or the likes, they stay hidden, and I'm here for them. Beautiful. Listen, She Get It Done, I am so grateful to be associated with you and everyone else that is fighting the good fight. I believe it's a fight that is a very difficult one, but to see other people that are in the fight, it's certainly remarkable. So, listen, God bless you and your efforts, and may you continue to have success in every single thing that you do. Scott Atotic? Yeah, I think it's funny how we can't stand up and speak up for someone else against the bully. It's not easy. Bystanders, those that are on the sidelines, are taught to mind their own business. The problem is that people say mind your own business, but for our society as a whole, that is our business. Our society, our community, our workplace, our environment is our business. Somebody says, listen, that's what we've been taught, right? We don't speak up in places where you're not supposed to speak. But when it comes to the workplace, an environment which is meant to be a good place. I mean, it should be a growth-oriented, nurturing, friendly, positive environment where people feel like they can become bigger and better and happier. I mean, why should it be any other type of a place? Taking so many years out of your life, so many hours out of your life, you better be getting something more than the money that they're paying you on the salary, because that's what they're required to do under the law. They better be giving you benefits and value that is actually going to help you overall. All right, everyone, I gotta go. Feel free to direct message